Right, it's quickfire question time now, and I've got 17 of the most engaging questions people want to know to help them get hired.
Strange number, but I like it.
It's a strange number because I couldn't think of 20, but 17 came out, and I thought, be honest and roll with it, so we went with it.
Yeah.
So I'm going to ask you question after question.
Yeah.
I'd like a quick, concise response.
Yeah.
If you don't like it, pass.
Yeah.
Can you tell me you won't pass?
No.
Let's see, let's have a look, and then I'll move straight on to the next question. Are you ready?
Always.
Okay. What's the word entrepreneur mean to you?
Not very much.
When you're preparing for a big meeting or pitch, what question do you ask yourself just before?
I don't.
What characteristics in a person do you look for when hiring?
Optimistic, full of energy, and really resourceful.
What advice could you give to somebody today if they're writing their CV this evening?
Don't make it look like everybody else's.
What's been your biggest mistake when hiring?
The person who said they could speak Chinese and I didn't test it before taking them to Beijing.
Okay. What's the first thing you look for when reading a CV?
Somebody who can spell.
What engages you to read the entire CV?
Somebody who's bothered to do a cover letter and says that they love the company.
What's the best way to leave a lasting impression of you when you finish reading that CV?
That it's just full of optimism.
What's the best thing you've ever seen on a CV?
Oh, just some of the people whose interests and hobbies, and they've really followed them up.
Any particular hobbies you can share?
I liked the truffle hunting in France one. That was weird. I liked it.
You can tell me about that later. What's the worst thing you've seen on the CV?
Just dull, it's boring, and really, really badly written.
And what's the most irritating thing about a CV?
Not tailored.
When interviewing, what's the first thing you look for when someone enters the room?
Smile.
What engages you to stick with the interview to the end?
If they're an interesting person.
What's the best way they can leave a final impression of you in that interview?
A really good, firm, not wishy-washy, clammy handshake.
If you had a bit of advice for somebody preparing today for an interview tomorrow, what would that advice be?
Be honest with yourself about whether you actually are excited to have that job.
What's the best thing that's ever happened in an interview?
That was somebody coming for a digital job with a scrapbook.
What's the worst thing that's happened in an interview?
Somebody taking a phone call.
And last but not least, what's your killer interview question?
How do you feel about dogs?
Brilliant, thank you. You didn't pass a single one.
Never pass.
Quickfire.
Yeah.
Thanks very much.